Hi, Capricorn. Today, you're getting your reading first for the month of September. Capricorn, I have cleared the room with incense. I have lit the candles. I've said my prayers. I now want to give you a really positive reading, which I've already put out here, done a layout for you. And I want to say to you that at the moment, it seems that for September, you've got this. In other words, I see that you take control of your life. Your whole situation starts with you being in control of your finances, being grounded, being in a stage where your roots go deep into the ground, where you're abundant, or where you have the feeling that in the past you came out of a total rebirth into a new realization of where you're at and where you want to be. It seems also that you know that in your subconscious, even in your physical being, in your person as a being, as a physical being, you've got the strength. When we have the strength or the power where we do not have to open the mouth of the lion with cruelty or with real power, physical power, we know that we're actually gentle and we can show up in our powerful being and then step up to where we need to be. What is crossing you at the moment is most likely somebody who's very intellectual or very much in their intellect, or it's you yourself being in conflict with yourself instead of resting in your being. In other words, really relying on your gut feelings, on your intuition, on your answers to your prayers, and being very settled and grounded in the here and now. Going into the month of September, we will all live through a lunar eclipse, a full lunar eclipse, a lunar eclipse, which we will see in South Africa, unless we have misty and rainy weather, which is a big possibility because the lunar eclipse is in Pisces. So on the 7th of September, 15 degrees in Pisces, keep to yourself, keep grounded, stay in the now, stay in charge of your emotions, that you don't get affected through other people's noisy minds, whether it's male or female. Just stay and keep to yourself, as it does influence you in a short while, that I see that you will feel stuck in your situation. My feeling, however, is that you keep yourself stuck. Where I have the feeling is that you can now move forward because you're still stuck in the past, where it was very difficult for you to actually really come up with a wave to the surface, to then know that you can breathe and be back in the here now, and that you can actually now put down roots even more so for whatever you decide to do going forward. Because at the moment you're in a very fertile, abundant, rich, voluptuous spring energy here, or summer energy here. Here in South Africa, obviously, we have spring, and it seems like you really melt into this sunshine, voluptuousness, new passion, and you might even fall pregnant if you want to. In your surroundings, you have a feeling of wanting to run away, but stay put. Stay in control of your own thinking. Be the witness to your thoughts. Watch that you don't get involved in any kind of drama or any kind of crisis or in any kind of conflict situation, which is just really not necessary, because then you will have a huge tornado going through your house, which I don't see happening at the moment. If you know that you actually have a good vibe for September, You will have more than enough money to even give to a beggar and to actually share with others. And the outcome at the end of September is that there is still some healing to be done. The lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse are really not so much focused on your sign as it is onto other signs. And your September month ends on a situation where you feel you need to cover your back. You need to really look at still own healing because you expect to be betrayed. And maybe that was a story from the past which you can let go, and that you need to just stay on path with your own situations. What you choose now for you is go forward, go now, do what you need to be doing. Don't lose the path that you need to go, because in a confused state, we often lose our track of mind. We lose direction because we take other people's opinions for us as the truth. So really stay true to your own intuition, to your own truth. Pray for direction. Get rid of the nebulous, confusing energies by also really looking at your lifestyle of living more healthy, eating more healthy, doing your exercises, having a certain discipline and disciplines in place so that you move forward with better health, more practical decisions going forward, and staying on your path. This then very important for you to stay put, to take day by day, to work on your goals short term, and then to have a higher vision, which for me is very much rooted in abundance. And abundance, obviously, is not just financial freedom, but also abundance in love, in family, in whatever you do, that it has a higher purpose, showing other people that there is never insufficiency, but that nature also shows us the abundance of everything, and that we don't have to hold on tight because we're too scared to actually let go or to share with others. So stay practical, stay clear, choose your own days, thoughts. Even if you just had 6 thoughts for the day, what would they be? So you can choose your day. And remember, when we move forward or that we are stuck, it's something that you choose. So you can change this, that you feel stuck. So open your eyes, be prepared to move every day forward with certain goals, certain practical disciplines, routines, and also trying to keep order in your life for September 2025. If you want to have a reading or go to my website to have a look at what I do, go to mariettatinnerson.com. Wish you well. Till next time.